Hello, everybody. First of all, I would like to thank the Scientific Committee of the 4th Asian Conference on Science, Technology, and Medicine for giving me the chance to present my work here. My name is Alaa Osman, Professor of Fish Biology and Aquaculture, Faculty of Science, Al-Azhar University, Asyut Branch, Asyut, Egypt. Now I'm going to share my presentation with you. The title of my presentation, Evaluate the Success of ASTAF-PRO Aquaponic System in Egypt using Monosex Nile tilapia Oreochromis niloticus. The first question arises now, what's aquaponic? Aquaponic is a food production system that combines intensive aquaculture, raising aquatic animal in tanks, with hydroponic, cultivating plants in a nutrient solution or in a closed system. Actually, the aquaponic system came from the traditional aquaculture system, which is so-called blue aquaculture. Then the aquaponic is a kind of sustainable aquaculture. It's a blue aquaculture. The traditional aquaculture, as we know, is composed of two main systems: open traditional aquaculture system and semi-closed traditional aquaculture system. For the open system, the organisms are reared in natural system, no diversion or pumping of water. It includes, for example, floating net pens, floating ranks, and cages. The second system, semi-closed system, in which the organisms are reared in man-made impoundment. Water is diverted from natural flow or pumped. Example of this system is the ponds, like this one, and raceways. The traditional aquaculture system have many disadvantages. For example, number one, water consumption of such system is very high. So this system is not suitable for the countries like Egypt, which projected to water scarcity by 2025. The second disadvantage is the eutrophication of water bodies. Number C, contaminated by metabolites from fish and feed stocks. This disadvantage make the scientist or the aquaculture specialist to think in other kinds of aquaculture, like the blue aquaculture. The blue aquaculture is a kind of sustainable aquaculture and need some kinds of demands. These demands, for example, efficient use of fresh water, no contamination or land use of natural ecosystem, also reduction or avoidance of carbon dioxide emission. All these demands could be found in the closed system. Closed system include, for example, the RAS, recirculation aquaculture system, mean rearing the fish in tanks or in closed system in tanks. Number two, or the second example, is the hydroponic system, mean the cultivation of plants in closed system. Both system, RAS and hydroponic, considered a kind of blue aquaculture because minimum demand or limited water resources and efficient use of water, minimum environmental impact, no effluent of nutrients into ecosystem, and reduced eutrophication, also independent from location. Finally, few governmental permits are required because of limited impact on environment and limited withdrawal of waste water. These three demands are present in the closed aquaculture system, RAS and hydroponic. But the fourth demand is very important: integration into further agriculture production system to meet requests concerning sustainability and bioeconomy. The integration here means the integration between two different systems, integration between the aquaculture system and hydroponic system in one system called aquaponic. Then the integration of aquaculture and hydroponic together make the which is so-called aquaponic system. In the aquaponic system, the wastewater from the fish loaded with nutrient required for the plant is pumped to the hydroponic system, where the plant can absorb the nutrient from the water and send it back to the aquaculture system as clean water and so on. This is the classical aquaponic system, in which both system, aquaculture system and hydroponic system, are reared in closed system or in one system. This system is very good concerning the water consumption, and the water use is around 10% volume per day, and it's very good comparing to the traditional aquaculture system, or even with recirculation aquaculture system. But as we see here, the water in the fish tank is the same. It's circulated from the fish tank to the hydroponic system, and the water from the hydroponic system circulated to the fish tank. Then it's the same water, which is mean they have the same pH. The pH in the fish tank is the same pH in the hydroponic system, and this is not good for the fish and for the plant, because the fish require a pH around 7. The plant require pH less than 6. So this system in this way is not optimum for the production of fish and plant. So the aquaculture group in Leibniz Institute of Freshwater Ecology and Inland Fisheries, IGP, from Germany, developed and validated an innovative ecotechnology for aquaponic, and they produced new aquaponic system called ASTAF-PRO. It's a abbreviation for a long sentence: aquaponic system for nearly emission free tomato and fish production greenhouse. This system allow optimum production for both aquaculture and hydroponic, reduce emission into the environment, carbon dioxide and nutrient emission, and also save freshwater resources. This is the ASTAF-PRO, or the new aquaponic system. Now we have two systems separated by one-way valve. This is the aquaculture unit, and this is the hydroponics unit. Then we can control the pH of the aquaculture unit, and also we can control the pH of the hydroponic system to get optimum production from the both aquaculture and hydroponic system. But still, the water consumption is around 10% volume per day. It's the same like classical aquaponic system. So also the aquaculture group in IGP modified the system and reused the condensation water evaporated from the plants and reused it again to the aquaculture system. So they had two patents from this system. Number one-way valve, and the number two, reuse of transpiration of water by recondensation, which reduced the water consumption to less than 3% compared to 20% for the RAS and 10% for the classical aquaponic system. Also, sustainability aspect concerning the water use, food conversion ratio, and fish and vegetable production. Also, no environmental impact and pollution. The system has been successful in temperate regions like Germany, and seem to be well suited for arid environments such as Egypt due to low water requirement. So I was lucky because I was in Germany during the time of ASTAF-PRO released, and I decided to transfer this technology to Egypt, and finally I succeeded to get a fund from Alexander von Humboldt Foundation to transfer the aquaponic innovative ecotechnology to Egypt for sustainable aquaculture and food production system with my German partner, Professor Werner Lewis. He is a pioneer of aquaponic in Germany, to install the first ASTAF-PRO aquaponic unit in Egypt. And we succeeded to install this unit in the Al-Azhar University at Asyut, and it's called now Al-Azhar aquaponic. The second step after the installation of the unit was the evaluation of the system, evaluate the success of this system in Egypt using Monosex Nile tilapia. We designed an experiment consisted of two parallel experimental units, ASTAF-PRO aquaponic unit and the bond unit. This is the ASTAF-PRO aquaponic unit, and this is the bond unit, to compare between the gross performance and health status of Monosex Nile tilapia in both systems. Actually, the result was very promising. The result for water quality, for example, revealed improvement of most parameters in aquaponic system with significant reduction in toxic ammonia, which means this the ASTAF-PRO system is great efficient for reducing the waste, and it's very important results. Also, in aquaponic, the conversion rate was quickly, so the nitrite level of ASTAF-PRO were recorded to be lower than the permissible level, and it's also a very good result, probably because of the double-sided action of nitrobacteria present in the biological filter and the grow bed for the plants in the system. Both systems exhibited nearly the same values of gross performance, food conversion ratio, condition factor, specific growth rate in both systems. Also, non-significant differences were recorded or observed in the values of nearly all the hematological parameters or hematological variables in the blood of fish reared in aquaponic system and in the bond system. These parameters or these hematological parameters were within the normal range for healthy Nile tilapia, and all far from values given by other authors for the same fish in different localities. This finding seems to confirm that Monosex Nile tilapia was not negatively influenced by the rearing under aquaponic conditions. Also, most of the measured biochemical variables exhibited improvement in the blood of fish reared in ASTAF-PRO system compared to the pond one, suggesting that fish health was improved when the fish reared in aquaponic system with better water quality parameters. Concerning the immunity of the fish, the immunoglobulin and lysozyme activity were the same in the blood of fish reared in ASTAF-PRO and in bone system, confirming that the Monosex Nile tilapia still fit and had a good immunological status under aquaponic conditions. In conclusion, gross performance and health status of Monosex Nile tilapia reared in ASTAF-PRO aquaponic system was better than or nearly the same of those reared in ponds. Yeah, this is some photos for the aquaponic system in Al-Azhar University, which is so-called now Al-Azhar Aquaponic, and this is some picture for the our production from the fish, tomato, and other vegetable. And thank you very much for your attention. Thank you.